snort coke. And if I did, it still shouldn't be bleeding like that. I had my fall from grace, like. My name's Courtney Lake. If you don't know, please subscribe to my channel because we are going to be here having all types of fun. I don't like doing story times because I feel like they're so clickbaity. Like, oh my gosh, how I lost my toe. And then it's like, oh, I was walking down the steps and I stubbed my toe. And like, oh my God, it just hurts so bad. Like, oh my God. But it's like, you saw your toe, right? Whatever, that was stupid. But it's kind of like a beauty facial related sort of story time, and it's kind of like a this is Courtney going into Christmas, right? Had just stopped talking to my ex of 2.5 years on and off, if you even want to call it that. Anyway, that's a story for another day. So, you know, it's kind of a normal thing for girls. I think whenever they get out of a relationship, they usually do something drastic. My tattoo, that's the first time we broke up. My hair, it's not really light. You probably can't really tell. I meant to do it lighter, but it just turned into this. That is like maybe the 20th time we broke up. I don't know. I'm in Maryland with my best friend and we're shopping. We're at the mall. And I was telling her I want to get my nose pierced. So at the mall, you know the mall does nose piercings. So literally I'm like, let's do it. Let's see if there's like a piercing pagoda. You know, a little piercing pagoda in the mall. They don't have a piercing pagoda. So I'm like, okay, well here's this place that like, oh no, their piercing pagoda like didn't do piercings or something like that. So there's this place that does piercing. So we're like, shoot, okay, yeah, let's I'm gonna do it. So I go to the ATM, I get cash out. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, like let's live life on the edge. Let's just do things like it. You know, we always overthink things in life, and I feel like sometimes when you just do it, because I know if I keep saying I'll wait, I'm never gonna get it. Because I've been saying that we've been saying we were gonna get tattoos for the last like 3 years, and we still haven't gotten those tattoos. Be like a mom, not a mom, literally probably like a grandma, I think, with her grandkids. She looks like she's probably in her like mid to late 50s or 60s. So she's like, yeah, like gets her nose pierced. She gets it done like nothing. Like they do it, they put it in, it doesn't look like painful, nothing. So I'm like, okay, that doesn't look like a problem. Oh yeah, if I'm looking really crazy, it's because my nose piercing is going crazy. So I literally only have makeup. Like this box right here has no makeup, so that's why I'm looking really like I had my fall from grace. Like I need a white t-shirt. Like, you guys, I'm so sorry. That's rude. I should stop doing that. Cool. Like she took that like a champ. Like whatever. This is gonna be nothing. So we go to like get it. I'm next. So I go get the cash. I'm next. She has a needle. She didn't use a gun or anything. I don't think you can for the nose. I really didn't like know much about nose piercings. I hadn't really talked to anybody who had one. I just was like, let's do it on the fly. So I really didn't know what to expect. And the lady before us, it looked fine. So funny thing is, I actually wanted to get both sides. There's this guy I watch on YouTube, his name's Sean. He's like a reaction channel. He has a ring on one side and he is like a stud on the other side. And it looks so pretty. And that's really what I wanted. But she was like, okay, the girl was like, you should probably do one. Come back in 6 weeks and you can get the other one. Like, and my friend's like, yeah, you should definitely do one. Just do one. Just do one. And I'm like, no, I feel like just going for it. Okay. She's like, no, just do one. So finally I'm like, okay, let's do one. So they take the needle, they have a needle, right? She has this big needle. I'm the type of person where blood doesn't make me like queasy or anything like that. I probably should have like went to medical school but I'm just too lazy to do all that. But like blood doesn't make me queasy, none of that. It doesn't bother me. Needles, they don't really bother me. However, when I get needles or blood drawn or whatever, I just look away because the anticipation of like waiting, watching it go in, I don't like that. She takes the needle and she's like, okay, we picked the spot. She's like, okay. And I'm like asking her, I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So she takes the needle and I'm going to insert the footage because you'll probably see like my bloody face in the thumbnail. But anyway, takes the needle, puts it in, right? She puts the needle in. So if you've seen a nose ring, I have my like regular nose ring because I had a stud. It's shaped like this, like you're dividing. Can you see that? Okay, so that it doesn't fall out, so that the stud doesn't fall out. She puts the needle in and she puts the nose ring on the top of the needle like this, right? So she tries to like do it all in one motion, put the needle through and the nose ring, but I think that's where she kind of screwed up. So it goes in the nose ring, and she gives me like a gold one because I have sensitive skin. So she's like, if you have sensitive skin, you should probably get like this gold one. So there was only a couple that I could pick from. I didn't really like, but I'm just like, whatever. So she puts it in, and the needle like just goes in, and I'm like, oh my God. The needle goes in, and she can't get the nose ring in. She can't get the curved part in. So she's like moving and yanking my nose. And my friend is videoing like, ooh, 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 and I'm like, oh my God. So literally my eyes closed like this, I'm like, and you can see in the video, it's just one tear, just big tear, just going all the way down like to my shirt because it was hurting so bad. And I'm like, like, I'm literally like, just trying to take it like a champ. I'm trying to take it like a champ, right? Like, I have a pretty high tolerance for pain, so I'm just like, okay. Then the girl is like moving it, and I'm like, this feels like it's taking really long. Like, this is scaring me, and it's hurting. My eyes are just like leaking at this point. So the girl like moves her hand, and I hear my friend like, oh my God, and I'm like, oh my God, like, did part of my nose fall off? Like, what is going on? And so my friend is like, listen, she's like, don't look in the mirror, don't look in the mirror. So I'm like, oh God, what's going on, right?
Oh my goodness. Don't look in the mirror.
Oh my God. Oh. So I'm like, ooh, like trying to wipe the tears from my eyes. Don't even realize later on, I look at my hand right here. It's all this blood all over my hand right here. So when she pulls away, which you'll see in the video, it's just blood gushing. But I don't know at the time because I didn't look in the mirror because my friend's like, don't look in the mirror. So I'm starting to panic like, oh my God, what is happening? Like, I don't want to know. So the girl's like, okay, yeah, hold on. I just got to like readjust. And I'm just like, ooh, when is this going to be done? So finally she readjusts it, whatever, gets it in, and I'm just like, whoo, oh my God, like that was a lot, okay? Like that was a lot. So she pulls out a napkin and she starts like wiping, and I'm just seeing all this blood. Mind you, I still don't know. Until we leave, I don't know how much blood there is. So I see all this blood. So anyway, okay, my mom wants to go to brunch and she's getting on my nerves. So let me wrap this up.
That's why you jump like that at the tournament.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God. So we're done now. It's all over.
That was an experience. Woo. I got hot.
So there's a 14-year-old girl in line behind us, right? She's like, oh my God, did you like it? Da, da, da. And I'm just like, she's like, did it hurt? And I'm just like, honestly, yeah, it really hurt. And she's like, can I look at yours? And I'm like, honestly, there's like a ton of dry blood on my face, so you probably don't want to look at mine because it's just going to freak you out. I'm not going to scare you. And the lady's like, are you scared of my clients? And I'm just like, I'm trying to keep it real. This girl is literally like 14, okay? Like, and she begged her mom to like come and take her to get it, okay? So I'm just like, listen, I don't want to like scare this girl or whatever, you know? But I gotta keep it real with her. It's just like dry blood at this point. It's still dry blood, like all in my nose. We clean up and then we go. And I'm just like, after we leave, I don't want to, like, I'm not rude. I don't want to talk shit in front of the girl. But the girl started to panic while she was doing it because it wasn't working. So that's why she started like yanking my nose because I think she was getting frustrated. So when I leave, I'm talking to my friend and I'm like, oh my God. My friend's like, Courtney, that literally looks like a murder scene. She shows me the video and I'm like, oh my God. I am so happy that I did not watch that. I had no idea, right, that it did that. So I put on my Snap story like, oh, does your nose bleed this much? And I put the footage. And everybody was commenting like, no. Some people were yes, some people were like no. So I guess it depends on the person. And the lady even said like that some people, the blood, like some people the blood gets all over their shirt. It just depends on if you bleed a lot. So I'm gonna show you guys like what she gave me to treat my nose ring. H2O sea salt body piercing spray. She told me to use this every day for the 6 weeks, just keep it clean, whatever. And then after 6 weeks, I can change to the hoop because my nose, like my skin, if my skin's sensitive, I need to leave like the hypoallergenic ring in for 6 weeks, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I leave it in, I mark the day that's 6 weeks. So I really wanted a hoop, but they didn't have like hypoallergenic hoops at the place. So I had a little stud in. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I use this stuff faithfully every day. Like I'm cleaning it. I have put like some Neosporin on it, whatever. Yeah, I'm like, I'm never going back to that place. I'm probably not gonna get my second side because that was just too much of a traumatic experience. Literally people were DMing me on Instagram like,
yeah, I'm not doing the double.
and I'm like, I don't snort coke. And if I did, it still shouldn't be bleeding like that. Okay, I'm using this wound wash, whatever it's called. Paid like an extra $10, $15 for that stuff, right? Use the wound wash. Mind you, this nose piercing was only $40. I don't know if that's cheap. I don't know if that's expensive. And you get the ring with it. I don't know. So if you guys know, let me know. So after 6 weeks, I'm using that faithfully. I take it out and I put my hoop in. I go to Claire's Icing, and I check all the hoops out and I make sure they're like hypoallergenic and everything like that. After the initial like kind of feeling like really bad, like feeling really sore, literally like the next day or two, it felt perfectly fine. I did accidentally yank my like the stud out because it got stuck to something, but literally after that it felt fine. So my friend was telling me how like something happened, she didn't clean her ear and she got a keloid on her ear, but it's like on her ear so you can't really see it. So yesterday I'm doing my makeup and I look and I'm like, oh, there is a keloid on my nose. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this. Do you see that? And it's like white. It wasn't even as white as it was today. I don't know what that is. I try to look up the difference between a keloid and a pimple. I don't know what it is, but it's just really weird that I would get a pimple right in that spot. I don't know. It looks really white, like it has like pus in it and it's about to explode. But keloids, from what my friend told me about her keloid, it's like you have to get them like removed by like a professional. Like they can't, but hers isn't white like that. So I'm like, did they start white? I don't know. I'm just freaking out because I'm like, I don't know if I should take it out, if I should leave it in. I want to keep the nose ring. So I'm kind of just at this point, like, what do? I don't want to take the nose ring out and have to get it redone again. I'm not getting it redone again, but I like the way that it looks. It gives me a nice like little edgy vibe. And like I heard this song on like the No Jumper. It was like some boy, he was like, I like girls who have nose rings and bamboos or something like that. And I was like, oh my god, that's so cute, because literally the other day I had these like bamboo earrings in, which I don't know who I thought I was. I'm probably too old to be wearing bamboos, but hey, whatever, whatever. Oh yeah, like I felt like he shouted me out. Yeah, I am kind of at this point where I'm afraid if I do take it out, it's gonna close or it's gonna irritate it even more. It kind of looks like it's a pimple at this point, so I'm kind of thinking that I might pop it. So I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna do more research. I'm gonna come back. We're just gonna, I can't have this on my face. I can't. So we have to get rid of it. If you can hear my mom yelling because she's hungry. No! Anyway, so yeah, that is my story time. Just a warning, if you are thinking about doing something on the fly, even if you want to do something on the fly because you just got out of a relationship, think it through, okay? Think it through, do your research, because I literally picked a random cart in the mall and now this is happening, and I literally did everything that they told me to do as far as like cleaning it and taking care of it. So what's going on? Excuse like my fall from grace look right now because I am semi going through it. Like if I have a keloid on my face, this might, I'm gonna have to get a work from home job because I'm not leaving my house if I have it. Like, nah, I had this for 2 months and I just saw this thing popping up like 2 days ago. I have been like putting my foundation around it, so I don't know if like my foundation has caused it to do that. I really don't know, but if you guys know, please leave me some information down below. Leave me what you know. It would be so helpful. So these are progression pictures. This is day 1 where it looks like a keloid. Day 2, it started bleeding and it like broke off. And day 3, it started to shrink. So I do believe that it is a pimple. No, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will hopefully not look as rough in my next video. We'll be back, you know, doing more fun transformations. Thank you guys. Be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, like, what else do people say? I don't know. Anyway. Oh wait, I didn't do that. Anyway. Bye.